my white shirt dirty. That's all I can say.
Better not get your white shirt dirty, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to get dirty. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it didn't loading it up.
That's true. Okay, so we got it back to my dad's. Now time for the fun part. See if two people, well, he counts as half, can get that into the shop and up onto my workbench. Should be fun. I'll probably not throw it on a workbench today, just put it in on the floor somewhere. We'll see. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought to get it in here. Yeah, it's awesome knowing how light those engines are. And of course the headers make awesome handles. And yeah, that's where the transmission will sit until I get time to get it down and go through it. Well, this is a bit interesting. Again, another crash in front of work here. This case I already played it back. I'll play it back in a few different screens right there and watch what the white car does. Just boom, just clips and then boom, right pile up until the next range. That's like a 6-car accident right there. That is freaking crazy. Now I'll do it zoomed in on the camera a bit. Again, it's only a 720p camera. We really should upgrade it to a 5 megapixel camera, but hey, it works. Okay, so now I'll play it here zoomed in a bit. There you go. You see the guy in the white car, and then boom. That's many car accident. Someone upstairs that lives just upstairs just came in and asked if I seen it. No, I wasn't even paying attention, but that is freaking crazy. Well, now it's zoomed in digitally this much. It's really blurry, but you can just see it there again. Yeah, that is freaking crazy. Well, I guess I'll post this on Facebook, but see, it's always a little bit exciting at work. Okay, so this video is just for someone to help me find some transmission components. I'll just show you guys any numbers that I see on here. Start off with that there. 2490. It's kind of hard getting them on tape, but there you guys go. And believe it or not, that's actually still in good shape. Even though the whole transmission decided to nuke itself. And yeah, quite literally blew itself in half. So I was just looking at here, show you guys, there you go, you can see the 2 bolts on the front nose cap. So I'll switch it out to something a little bit stronger. Now there is should be a serial number on that nose cap that I gotta find, or nose cone if you would prefer. The number on this transmission here. Hey, actually, I can actually safely call this a transmission. It's not a transaxle no more. It's just a transmission, and that's just a diff. Hey, there's the number. So I don't know if that's actually a bus one, because a bus normally starts with 211, I thought, and that's 113 it starts with. Or maybe it's just on the nose cap that has that number. Oh no, it is 211 on the nose cap here. I'm probably dumping oil everywhere. Okay, so if it has 211 there, that is definitely a bus nose cap. Yes, it's upside down, and I'm probably dumping oil over the floor right now. Got some play in that nose cap, so new one's only like 50 bucks. It's dripping a little bit of milk. Yes, I say milk because it was pouring rain when I pulled it apart. But that is so sweet. How the transmission literally nuked itself clean in half, and you see, of course, there's a little bit of damage on there. On the edges there where it kicked itself out. But realistically, you can see a little bit there. No, it's not even in focus. Here, come on, focus. Yeah, there we go. Realistically, that could still be ran. I could swap this out. I did have this spun around. It looks good everywhere that I could see. So I could technically run that pinion still, but I'd probably change it. I am looking into aluminum aftermarket cases. White rhino, I guess. Then the old case here, I'll cut this one apart and use it for a jig. And I'll use the front here, I'll trim this whole front about where my foot is. Use it for a starter plate for bench testing the engine. Yes, that's a Type 3 engine. I know a lot of people aren't familiar with those. It was fuel injected, but converted over to a carburetor setup, as you guys can see. Little 2-barrel carb. No, everything's going out of focus like crazy here. This video I might just put up the way it is. So I'll try to get a little bit more information. Now, from what I can see here, I guess it has been flipped. This here has to be flipped onto this side. Mind you, if you flip it on the other side, there's no clearance here. So I don't know what they mean by having to flip this over, because otherwise the way the hubs work there, if they're not flipped, everything will be in reverse. Well, I just shoved something over top it because little baby wolf puppy there, Proxy, 3 months old today. Yeah, she's 3 months old. Yep, she's getting a little bit big for a 3-month-old poodle. But she decided to make friends with it and lay across the greasy transaxle. Proxy, it's not that friendly. Well, I just split in half, mind you. But I just went to snap some pictures of some different model numbers. Probably going to change up that intake system. I'm thinking of running dual carbs on it, but maybe not. Might just modify it with a few different types. I'm looking at some aftermarket parts. These header exhaust mutt mix. I might be trimming those off, going into a different exhaust style. Not much for aftermarket bling, if you want to say, because that's pretty much the standard. It can be modified, cut up and stuff, so not too sure just yet. But probably next month I'm going to be cutting apart that transmission bell housing there and building myself an engine test bracket for the starter, so I can at least start that engine on the ground. So at least there's something that will happen out of that bad transmission. But it's kind of weird, even though the gears have a few marks on them, it's actually pretty decent, so I might get away with swapping out the entire carrier from inside that one into a new case. And if I need to adjust anything, I could just take that transmission case, drill it out, make some windows in there so I can align everything and make sure it's shifting proper. I never actually asked the guy how it was shifting before she blew, so I probably won't even have to worry about any of that. But like these ugly side covers here that really don't do much, probably be trimming those off and a few other things. Well, I guess that's where I'm going to leave this video for now. Never cleaned off the workbench. Really should do that. I got a couple flashlight review videos to do. I got a couple vape equipment reviews to do. So I'm so far behind, so far behind, so far behind. And one of the main reasons why I'm behind, take a guess. Yeah, you hide behind that pole, hey? Yeah, are you hiding behind the pole? Are you licking poles? Poochie, don't be doing that. Hey, that's a bad habit. Okay, well, get back to you guys in the next video. Today I think is the 6th or the 5th or something like that. I can't remember.